Hello. Now we continue our poem Edge, written by Sylvia Plath. The last day I had given you a detailed introduction, and the first 2-3 lines we started, and we continue this poem. I do remember that you keep in memory the real theme of the poem. 4 important stages now that I have written on the board: death, patriarchy, nature, and motherhood. All these themes are in a way or another way entering, and she has written this poem on experimental base, and she really committed suicide in her life. That you can search in the internet Sylvia Plath and you will get. It is reported she locked her kitchen and put fire in the gas stove, and it was probably the first experiment of committing suicide, burning the gas stove. That time 2 children were kept in the bedroom, but in the poem is written in different way. And now see what showing the dead body Sylvia telling. The woman is perfected, means what? Perfected, technical image that has been enforced here, suicide mark, and she has done her real promise. What she planned has been put into practice. Perfected her dead body. Now her dead body wears the smile of accomplishment, underline accomplishment. I hope everybody has a textbook, page number 11. Her dead body wears a smile. She was lying on the floor in a smile. Why? No complaint at all. She committed suicide. Nobody was there to complain. And it was her mission to commit suicide. It is written as a third person. The body wears the smile of accomplishment, and it was the illusion of a Greek necessity. Underline Greek necessity. Look here. During this time, such poets had a tendency to show the relation between classical writings and mythology. Now the dead body here points out, now lying on the floor, has no complaint at all. And it was based on an illusion of the Greek necessity. During the Greek mythological writers or Greek mythology, women or the people, all right, if they had strong reasons, committing suicide is not a mistake. That reasons should be genuine. If reasons are genuine in Greek mythology, it is a story related to Medea, married to Jason. They had 2 children, later betrayed. So, killed 2 children, Medea committed suicide. It is written in the glossary of the textbook. So, what does it show? What does it mean? It is an illusion of Greek mythology that if your reasons are very strong, no problem at all to commit suicide. So, this lady who is now lying on the floor has committed suicide because her reasons were very strong. Sylvia Plath as a writer committed suicide because she had strong reasons. Flows in the scrolls of her toga, underline toga. It is a very attire type of a dress, majestic dress. Toga, long Roman cloth, has been described, long Roman cloth like in a royal stage. Her bare feet, underline bare, clean, no chappals worn. Her bare feet, it is an image. It is an image that gives you bare foot. Bare feet means she had been suffering a lot. In a poetic way, it is written, bare foot means, or bare feet means, had been suffering a lot in her life. Seem to be saying, we have come so far. We have come so far means what? We are, now people are always blaming on God. God doesn't give me anything. God does not care me. I prayed too much. God does not hear me. But some people say, till this moment God protected us. That is, so far we lived. It is all over. Anything means what? It is over. Life is over. After now, no meaning to describe. Now, no meaning to explain. Story finish. Kahani pura hua. Finish. Story hua. Each dead child coiled. It is another image with different interpretations. Now, it is written, along with the dead body of the woman, 2 children were also there. Sylvia had also planned to kill children, but at later stage she did not mind. She gave up that idea. And she had kept 2 children in the bedroom with sufficient food and milk and all that. And she went to the kitchen, gas stove burned, burst and committed suicide, written in the biography. But here written, along with his dead body, each dead child is speculated have died. Their children were also, 2 children were also accompanied mother in the death. Coiled means lying, white serpent. 2 children are embracing together and sleeping like a dead body with the image of a white serpent. It has an embodiment of white serpent, means that white serpent, is also symbol of death, because it was this white serpent was enforced to kill Cleopatra in Alexandria. So it is an epithet which shows an image of telling the seriousness of death. One at each little pitcher of milk. Pitcher, some bowls were kept there with the milk. In the total connection to the death and the dead body of a woman and the children might have been showing the pitcher of the milk is poisoned. Probably children were poisoned by the milk with this mother or this woman. A pitcher of milk now looks empty. Now looks empty means nothing. Children might have drunk the milk which was poisoned. She has folded them back into her body as petals of rose. That petals of rose, that image. What does it mean? Children, 2 children were oozing like a petals of roses. During the dusk time, rose will be in dusk time, in the sense that it does not show fragrance, it does not give fragrance and beauty. In the same way, petals of the rose falling down like an image that has been kept. All the life she had been spirited like a fragrance of a rose. But in the later stage, now she has doomed to a small petal, and the children look like petals of the rose. Close when the garden stiffens and odors breed from the sweet deep throats of night flower. Underline night flower. Even in the night some flowers are there which are kept unnoticed, which are not giving fragrance, which are not giving that much beauty or attraction to others. These flowers are friends of dead bodies. These flowers are friends and accomplices of the people who go out of their life. Now see what the poet says. The matter I did, the thing I committed, along with my children, nobody noticed, but only the moon. You know, Sylvia Plath has a technique. Moon, even though moon appears in the night, it has been utilized by all the poets to show romanticism. But here the poet says, Sylvia says, this dead body or this committing suicide had only been witnessed by the moon in the sky, no others. Why? It was an isolated thing that happened. Nobody was there to look. Nobody was there to watch my commitment or committing suicide along with my children. But nobody noticed except the moon. The moon, which was considered to be the romantic agent, here has been put in as an agent of death or witness of death. Can the moon witness and can the moon describe the how this lady committed suicide? Moon cannot. Only the moon could witness, be so sad about staring for good of bone, underline good of bone, from the galaxy, from the sky. It was almost midnight, but the moon was slowly walking on the sky. Might have seen my committing suicide through the window, but nobody could easily describe except moon. Staring from her wood of bone, she used to this sort of thing. It is not a matter of exaggeration. Why? It is a habitual practice of moon witnessing suicide all over the world. It is not only my case. Why? It is not a botheration for a moon, because moon is traveling all over the world, all over the universe, and finding thousands and thousands and thousands, especially ladies, committing suicide. What is the matter of moon witnessing my suicide? Sylvia asking. She is used to this sort of thing. Her blacks crackle and drag, and she always looks like black. Why means black in the gloomy sense, not in the brightening scene. She is used to this sort of thing. Her blacks and crackle and drag. This is the small poem written by Sylvia Plath. I will read once again. Go and underline your difficult words. The woman is perfected. Her dead body wears a smile of accomplishment. The illusion of a Greek necessity flows in the scrolls of her toga. Her bare feet seem to be swaying. We have come so far. It is over. Each dead child coiled and white serpent, one at each little pitcher of milk now empty. She has folded them back into her body as petals of rose close when the garden stiffens and odors bleed from the sweet deep throats of night flower. The moon has nothing to be sad about, staring from her hood of bone. She is used to this sort of thing. Her blacks crackle drag. So that you underline these last four lines. Last four lines, the moon has nothing to be sad and staring from her hood of bone. Again, I tell you, this poem, which has almost 20 lines, has three important stages of themes that has been described. Death. Death is a real concept. How this Sylvia Plath, through the embodiment of a lady or woman, has been committed suicide. What is the death as a symbol she forces? Now, second theme that she wants to communicate or to convey, patriarchy, where male domination in all over the world. Ladies were neglected. Ladies' duties were kept unnoticed. Ladies' duties were not at all taken seriously, and they are considered to be slaves everywhere. But at the same time, she goes to the nature and find all the beauty of the nature. At the same time, the moon in the night witnessed her committing suicide. And as a mother good, how she longed to bring up two children, how she could have dreamed about children's life in future, but everything spoiled. On a particular moment, there is nothing to do what she decided. She decided to commit suicide. And wither finding no what is called, wither is fled the visionary gleam. Where is it now, the glory and the dream, like Wordsworth put in dimensions of immortality? All human beings have a vision of life till death. But some people reach the point of death. But some people prematurely acquire the point of death. Just like Bodhidharman from Tamil Nadu went to China and put Zen Buddhism there. He wanted, life to be fruitful. All right, he wants to know the real meaning of death. In the way, people in the literature, in the world, have been searching the real meaning of life and the real meaning of death. That is why what Ying Fuller says, that life is considered to be a sweet orange from which juice till end I will drink. In the same way, our Vivekananda corrected this Ying Fuller that juice is collected and you drink yourself, that is selfish. But I would say juice collected from sweet orange to be kept in different bottles, and this juice to be given to the satisfaction of others, that is what is life, Swami Vivekananda says. So what I want to talk to you, death is a concept, life is a concept. All these concepts are considered to be philosophical through by lot of poets and philosophers. But life is really to be enjoyed. Whatever the miseries and sufferings in the world coming, that are given, all those sufferings and miseries are part of life and given by God, and till reaching the palace of God you have to suffer. That is why Jesus Christ says, one who wants to follow me should carry his own crosses. All the crosses and miseries and all the sufferings you have to carry and follow Jesus. That is once you reach heaven. So there will be a time, there will be a place, there will be a time to reach the real satisfaction of life. Unlike your Sylvia Plath and so many intellectual giants who stopped their life before end of life, should understand this life is to be enjoyed. This life is to be acquired. This life is to be approached in the way that you drink yourself the juice of sweet and orange like life, but also this juice of orange to be distributed among the needy people, among the people, poor people, then life will be okay for you. Till that moment, goodbye.